Well, I lately had already watched Wicked, and I've been some playing the Funko Fusion.
So how is the Funko game?
Hmm. It's decent, even though I like playing shooting game, and it's a single player mode.
Yeah, I'm curious about that game. Probably gonna wait for the price to drop off. I was actually in the middle of that Black Friday sales coming out right now as we speak. So yeah, was a little
And
bit
I
kind of browsing around.
and I think you would like to play the thing part because you literally have the characters from the thing, and maybe it's close enough before the real game comes in.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, that's my main thing to why I'm so curious to play that game. They do have Mega Man and all the stuff that I'm into also. So, but yeah, I mean, we should probably jump in and talk about Gladiator because we've both seen that one. What was your thoughts about Gladiator 2?
I just think that the film may have a little suffer with some, the bit of the rushing because there's a rumor apparently there is like a director's cut that's longer than the theatrical cut.
I mean, I don't know about that. I think, if I'm not mistaken, really Scott D came out saying that that was his cut. But we live in an era where directors can't even say, you know, what cut is their film. I think it's just weird. Is he lying? I don't know. I'm not saying that, but who really knows if that's his real cut or not? To me, the I love the movie. Just the beginning for me was a little off. With the whole, not really a spoiler. I guess we can talk about it. With Pedro Pascal character killing the girlfriend of the main character. I think that scene wasn't really earned, in my opinion. I think it's just, I guess it's like you said, there's things that feels a little rushed. All that kind of happened a little too fast. I mean, at the same time, I kind of I am giving them the excuse of, this is not trying to be the first movie.
Hmm.
So, I guess I get that when it comes to that scene not feeling really earned like that. It's not really trying to be the first one. And I at the same time I kind of like that. That it's not really trying to, copy and paste, the first movie because, the first movie is a masterpiece, in my
Yes.
opinion. It's a movie that you cannot, it's already there. Why do it again?
That's the thing I like about, when Ridley Scott is trying to do his own film or trying to make a sequel or prequel, is that you're trying to feel like, it's a different saga and a different story and referencing olden tales from the Greek gods, from the Romans, or from Viking stories about some accuracy about how the Greek gods, the Romans, or the empires were like before, collapsing or ending up in ruins.
Yeah, I mean, I guess we can go ahead and talk about spoilers, right?
It's
Uh,
think
you
that
know, the I mean, it's been a week. I know it haven't been that long, but I guess we should let people know before we start with the spoilers. It's gonna be spoilers from now on. With that, I want to go ahead and say that there's a couple twists in the movie that kind of caught me by surprise. With that, I want to go and talk about the Denzel Washington character, which actually was amazing in my opinion. His character really caught me off guard. I was not expecting that from him. I just love how he was pretty much the main one playing everybody behind the scenes.
I mean, what do you expect? Sometimes, when we all literally either watch Games of Thrones or watched some other shows that or movies like from the 2000s, that we see there is a snake in the garden, and they're not just here to help, they're just here to manipulate us and use us to get there into their top
Right,
tower.
right. I mean, and it is a message to all that, because it's like it's literally stuff that is politics, obviously, and and it's stuff that, you really think about it, it's still something that we still deal with, today.
Yep.
And pretty much what I mean by this is how even though Denzel wants revenge with all this, he still didn't learn anything because he still wants power, and it's not, you should, it's just the way people like us, that wants to have a good heart and we try to do the right thing, we will try to get power to reverse everything that's bad, and it's just some of these people that just want the power to just continue the same crap that we already have.
Yep. Not to mention, it's just that, like if this was about, restoring kingdoms or restoring stuff or restoring things that the, corrupt the political did, then why the hell are you making it worse than everybody instead of, like for example, fixing the main problem with for the living, and to maybe stop with this, BS on the slavery. And my favorite is stop with this, the death thing, because this is not even,
Right, right, right.
it's just like, this is like life or death.
Right. You hit it right on the nose pretty much with all that. That's literally what I meant. Like, he's trying to use that excuse of, playing the victim,
Mm-hmm.
but you still playing their game. You still want power to to take over and do the same crap. It's like what makes you any different?
Yep.
If you're doing that, you're just like them. You're playing victim, but you still want. It's just crazy that I don't know if people kind of cut. I don't know if everybody's gonna catch the message, the real message, where it's everything that we're talking about right now, which is that it's pretty much people that act, they want to play the victim, but at the same time, if you give them all that power, they're gonna be the same person. They're
You
gonna
know,
be the person that they talk crap about the most, and they're gonna be the same, to do the same thing all over.
it's interesting I noticed about the Ridley Scott movies is that you always have the wolf, is feeding the kids milk. And I'm like this. I'm
That's
starting to
isn't
think
that
that,
like part of Romulus,
yes, and not to mention Raised by Wolves series. I'm
right?
starting thinking that all these stuff are maybe connected, but in different time periods on itself
I
because
mean, yeah, I mean, Alien pretty much is so like he's how do you say it? He's like Greek stories in a way, they all have a connection to all this. It's some meaning, it's just stuff. I guess they love, all this history and they pretty much kind of mix all that with all the movies that he made. And
I
and to
mean,
me, really Scott has really haven't done bad movie ever. Even
mhm.
his worst movie will still be a good movie in my opinion. He's just that kind of a director. It's still crazy to me with what he did with Gladiator 2, that, it has some crazy scenes, and he's up there with age and all that, the some of the fightings in this movie is crazy, crazy.
It's interesting about that, that round two about that sharks in the water. I'm just like, wow, this is gonna be difficult to, to face against because there's many more than one shark in the pond in the water, and also how they have to manage to get the sharks and fill up that because it's gonna take lots and lots of days to fill it.
I mean, that's that part, this is a movie, so I don't know. Maybe that's something that they'll probably explain later on how it can work. But at the same time, there's stuff about history that we still can even explain today. The whole thing with the pyramids and all that stuff is they still say that we still can even build that today with machines that we have now. So how they did it back then, you know, it's stuff. There's still stuff about history that you cannot explain. Let's just say that.
It's so funny about when you have the movie called Gladiator is 3 dude. I mean Gladiator 2 is that when you now notice some, things are not just about nostalgia. It's just more about the idea how honoring the past and respect the honoring the past and embrace the future. It's like you don't have
Sure.
like it's like the idea, the difference in how you want to make the future be is bright, not something dark. I mean, that's a difference when you have the main protagonist versus
And it's
Denzel's
and it's
character.
and it's literally doing it right because that's something that I feel like I was right back into this world. After
Mm-hmm.
what? After 24 years, the first movie came out in 2000. And for that's to me something hard to pull off. It's not many directors that can do that after so many years. You
Yep.
know, how many times has Hollywood tried to bring a sequel after so many years and it failed? It's
Yep.
rare. It's rare, and I would say that Gladiator is one of those that they did good. They did a great job. You felt like you were getting back into this universe after so many years. The score in this movie is amazing. That is something that I really want to talk about. The score is really, really, really good in this movie. There's so many complicated characters that I was really into. You have the twins. You have Denzel. Um, the whole Pedro Pascal character. I feel like his character was, I don't know, it was 50-50 for me. I like I like that he wasn't really the bad guy. It's
Mm-hmm.
just he was really pretty much being used. I just feel like I guess I wanted more of him in my that's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, I think
Uh
I'd rather have him in the end where, he either sacrificed himself about what he has done, and plus, the idea that he wanted revenge, but until he realized revenge wasn't a path at all, it was just poison to the warrior's life, and it will never bring him nothing.
yeah, I mean, it still hurt too, when they just take out Lucius' mother and all that. Like
Hmm.
it's just again, but again, when you make a villain, a good villain is when the movie makes you hate him, it's just he was just doing all the wrong stuff,
Hmm.
even though he thought he was doing the right things, but he was just another villain, and
Yep.
that's just pretty much mostly how it is in the real world.
Hmm.
So yeah, man, thank you for coming in. If there's anything you want to say before you go?
See you guys in December because this is gonna be because we're gonna be hyped for Sonic 3 and Nosferatu.
For sure, man. The holidays are coming, and of course, happy Thanksgiving. Let's get that on Thursday. Pretty sure we're both probably gonna be busy with family and
Hmm.
all that or whatnot. So yeah, man, it's good seeing you again as always.
You too.
Probably around December we'll probably make another video and talk about holiday stuff. Talk about Sonic. Talk about so yeah, man.
Nosferatu.
Nosferatu. There you go. All right, man. Take it easy.
See, dude.